What a way to
You're
cap it.
videoing.
Okay. What a way to cap it off.
Fitting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's a really good baseball player. He's meant a lot to us this year. 15 home runs on the year, hits one to end it. End his high school career. You can't write that. You can't draw that up any better. So proud of him. All 9 of those seniors, especially those 7 that have been with us, but all 9 of them, they're very special people. They got, obviously 4 of them are going on to play at Ole Miss. They got bright futures. Glad somebody else is coaching them, so I can sit over here in the box seats and start rooting for them. But no, I love them to death. The 3 juniors that were out there were huge coming down. Sage Mullen, unsung hero of the last 3 weeks. Nobody's talked about him. Jack Clemens, Blake Plum, Corbin getting a hit his last at bat. I'm proud of them. I love them to death.
Did you know it off the bat?
No doubt. Because I just told Jason when Thomas got 2 strikes on him, I said, Jason, if he doesn't do it, you make sure you hit one into this bullpen so we can dog pile at the plate. As soon as he hit it, I said, he did it. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah. What'd you think about Houston's outing?
He's a winner, man. Tight strike zone. Yeah. We better get used to it. Yeah. But he pounded it. He made the adjustments. He was great. Just like his whole career, he's just been great. It's been unbelievable.
Did you figure when y'all jumped on it for 4? I mean, was that it?
I knew it was over. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from that bunch, but having a sophomore on the mound and a bunch of sophomores out on the field, I told our group that if we could jump on them early, it was going to be over. And as much respect as I have for Hattiesburg, I have that much confidence in Houston Roth and what he's done over his 4 years as an Oxford Charger. This whole bunch of seniors is the best group of seniors to have ever worn this uniform. I mean, they're the most talented group. I knew once we got up 4-0, it wasn't going to be easy on them to score 4 runs off of it.
What changed for you guys offensively once the playoffs started end of the year to get in the groove y'all got in?
I think they bought in a little bit. Yeah. I think, throughout the course of the year, Coach Goolsby told me when we got to the playoffs, he said, I think we're finally gonna go out and play now. He said, I think we've played 27 games just going through the motions. And we've had games, the Houston game, the New Hope games, couple games out in Atlanta. But he said, it was almost like we were doing just what we had to do to win. I was reading an article on Sage the other day, and he said about himself getting hot. He said, I've quit trying to hit the ball as far as I can. I've just tried to hit the ball on the line. Thank you, buddy. Hit the ball on the line on the ground, barrel things up, like Coach Baughman's been talking to us. Coach Webb's been talking to us about. We preached it for months. This group loves giving me gray hairs. They love it. They thrive off of it, and I love them for it. I do. It's part of being a head coach. It's part of being an adult. You try to do all you can do to make them as good as they can be, and they were really good Tuesday and Thursday night of this week.
The expectations that you had from the outset, I mean, the highest maybe in this program's history, dealing with that all year, how did you feel like you guys handled all that?
As good as any group of 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds can.
Yeah.
You go in the year with a big target on your back. You preach playing hard, and it's almost like a boxing fight or an MMA fight where you've got this guy that's supposed to win, and all of a sudden he's taking punches and jabs and punches and jabs, and after a while you get tired of getting jabbed a little bit, and about halfway through the year, in the Houston game at home, I told him, I said, guys, you've been taking punches all year. People have been fighting. You've had to pick fights just because sometimes you're Oxford. Yeah. Sometimes that's fair, sometimes that's not fair. That's just part of it. I said, you got 2 choices. You can lay down, get beat, and just say, or you come up swinging. And this group came up swinging. Yeah. Day in and day out. Did we win every game? No. What we did last year was unheard of. Yeah. But to have played the schedule we played, to have had to live up to the expectations that I had of them.
Yeah.
You know, the outside world, those expectations were nothing compared to what I hold for our kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a perfectionist, and I hold them to a very high standard because they're very, very, very good people. They're very talented baseball players, and they're top-notch kids that come from top-notch families. And I hold them to that standard, and it's a tough standard to live by, and they did an unbelievable job of doing that all year long.